Hi, this is the last class before our review class. Our review class will be tomorrow. It'll be 2 hours, and I will send you an email as to what time it is, what I have given you as a survey, seeing what is the popular time, and that'll be the time. If you can't make it then, it's going to be right on YouTube anyway. I have a problem with my voice. I have a sinus infection, so it's a little raspy. Fortunately, I only have 2 more lectures to go. Today is Monday, 5/4/2020. I'm going to finish chapter 13. We're going to do a review class tomorrow. In your folders will be some final exam review questions. It'll be 2 hours. Basically, I've made up the final, so there will be a lot of hints on the final. Historically, I don't think there's anybody who's ever attended my review class who's failed this course. 3, the final exam is chapters 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, the whole course, certain parts. Going to do it on Google Hangout. 3-hour exam. I'm going to give you 3 hours for it. And you're going to check your folder, and we'll give you more information on that as to how to extract the final exam by email. Today I want to finish chapter 13 and do some other problems. We started this the last time on the worksheet, chapter 13-14, page 14, number 48. It's the last one. Comparative investments. There's a gift shop that has an annual income flow rate of $30,000 a year, and a wine shop which has an annual income flow rate of $21,600 to the 0.08 T dollars per year. In order to compare which investments, we usually take the present value from each investment, and we're going to do it over the next 7 years. Whichever one has the highest present value is the one that we are going to select. So I have some of my basic rules there. So the first one is going to be the gift shop. And we're given that the income flow rate, DI dt, is 30,000. So multiplying both sides by dt, taking the integral. Now the integral is going to be a definite integral from 0 to 7. And I is going to be basically 30,000 T from 0 to 7. Okay, let's not redo the wheel here. I've got a lot to do. I think I did the other one. 30,000. T is not, I'm sorry, we are doing present value. I'm not just doing income stream. Sorry about that. So, what's our present value? Is the integral from A to B of the investment function e to the minus RT dt. So we have to know something about our investment percentage, and I believe that I said assume that 10% interest, so that R equals 10 over 100 over the next 7 years. So in this case, in investment 1, PV equals the integral from 0 to 7, 30,000, that's IT, e to the minus 0.1 T dt. So this is a exponential rule, and our rule is we want to find PV, and that's going to be A, our rule over there on the bottom, y equals A e to the u fx du dx. So in this case, A equals 30,000. u equals 0.1t, du dx equals 0.1, and f of x obviously is 1. It's right over here. So PV is going to be equal to 30,000 e to the 0.1t fx 1 over 0.1. Let's erase this. Just going to erase it up to the flow rate here so I know what I'm doing. All right, so dividing by 0.1, we get something that we didn't plan on, did we? Okay, I didn't do that here. 0.1 is going to be 300,000. And this is a minus. So this is going to be minus 300,000. That should be a minus right here. Keep forgetting these negative signs, sorry. Most of these problems have a negative sign with them, especially present value, because it's e to the minus RT. So it's 300,000. It says e to the 0.1t, or in this case, it's going to be...
Sure, that's negative there too, right?
It's going to be negative here, e to the minus 0.1t, so e to the minus 0.1t. Yeah, for the most part, because this is negative, all the present value and the future value problems will wind up with a negative exponent. So, all right, so this becomes, this is between 0 and 7. Okay, so PV is going to be, I can take the minus 300,000 outside, so I don't have to keep, it's going to be e to the minus 0.1 times 7, minus e to the minus 0.1 times 0, of course, which is 0, which is e to the 0. So this is minus 300,000. Okay, this is e to the minus 7. E to the minus 7, which I'm going to give you...
Minus 0.7?
It's minus 7 times, is it 0.7? Let's write it down, because this is new to you. Okay, so this is 1. This is 0.497 minus 1. So PV for the first investment, let's call it 1, is going to be minus 300,000 times minus 0.503, which is going to be a plus, minus times a minus, 151,024. That's the present value of the card shop. Now we want to find the present value of the wine shop, and let's do that. So let's put this one in the corner here. Present value 1 equals 151,024 dollars.
024.
Okay. Now, I know some people said that I erased too fast, but I only have this small board. You can always run it backwards and pick up your notes. So you have to bear with me. In class, I had a big board where I could just save things. Here I can't. So let's look at the second investment. So the PV of the second investment is going to be the same thing, 0 to 7. The flow rate, e to the minus RT dt. R is going to be the same thing, 0.1, assuming the same thing. And I, the flow rate here, I prime t, sorry, is di dt. And that is equal to 21,600 e to the 0.08 t.
That's a positive 0.08 in this case.
That is a positive, yes, absolutely. It's going to change. 21,000 times e to the minus 0.1 t dt. Now you can see why it will change.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so PV2, 07, 21,000, E, what's minus 0.1 plus 0.08?
Minus 0.02.
Yeah, it's minus 0.02. I just want to get to my solutions here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use this formula again. Number 2, A is 21,000. U is minus 0.02 t. F of x, of course, equals 1. And du dx equals minus 0.0 t. So now it's a simple plug-in. Plug into the second rule there. It's going to be 21,000 e to the minus 0.02 t. F of x is 1 minus 0.02. And this is between 0 and 7. So PV2 comes out to be 21,000 over 0.02 comes out to be 1,080,000. E to the minus 0.02 t between 0 and 7. That is what? And this is a minus, yes. So PV2 is minus 1,080,000 is a big number. E to the minus 0.02 t, 0.02 t 7, minus e to the minus 0.020. All right, that's 7. So this equals minus, okay, so what's 0.02 times 7? It's 0.14. I'm going to have to use this because it's a big number. Okay, so e to the minus 14 is, it looks like...
Minus 0.14, right?
What?
You said e to the minus 14. It's
0.14, yeah,
Yeah.
0.14 is 0.869 equals 1. That's minus, and this is going to be a minus 2. That's going to be a minus 0.13. So the present value of my second investment comes out to be 141,091. I remember my first investment was 151. So because my first investment is better than my second investment, my decision would be is to buy the card shop. Okay?
That's almost exactly 15 minutes right there.
All right. That was a long problem.